lots of times.
He's a producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't wanna question it. Is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but it's really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, and you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.
What is happening, Phil?
Yo, what's up? We are back once again, NBA Live Pod. This week, not a very long pod today. The All-Star reserves just got announced maybe like 20 minutes ago. So we're here to react to the starters being announced as well as reserves, and to talk a little bit about the trade deadline, which is about a week away. Just mainly about Jimmy Butler and De'Aaron Fox. Those have been like the two main pieces for the last couple weeks about talking points. So before we get into that, welcome back to Baller Central, your hub for all things sports takes related from us, NBA, NFL, WWE, you name it, just like that woman from Thanksgiving. Hey, we also have all our socials. Follow it on there: Facebook, Twitter, IG, YouTube, what's it called? TikTok as well, since they're
back
temporarily back.
Until they divest. Oh well,
True. So hey, we're here to talk about some basketball. Before we get into that, John, how are we doing today?
we're doing good, Phil. But I'm gonna actually start off with a little congratulations to you. Little segue into this All-Star reserve selection. Let's talk about an NFL reserve Pro Bowl. I mean, not. I think at least I don't mean to start with football because this is our basketball episode, but I don't know. I think it's not like the Pro Bowl is a huge thing like the All-Star game, I would say, is a huge thing. I'd say both events are 50% at most. You know what I mean? Between athletes, you know what I mean? For competition, I'd like to see 100, but like injuries, you know what I mean? So I could totally see not doing that. But what I'm trying to say is congratulations to Drake May. But do you feel like the All-Stars, or at least the All-Star candidates, like the backups in the NBA, are a little bit more do we feel like the NBA picks better backups than the NFL? That's my question to you.
Well, I think personally the NBA All-Stars are more like solidified.
Sure.
Well, I think it means more than the NFL All-Stars or Pro Bowler. Pro Bowlers, just because for the NFL Pro Bowlers you can opt out, and someone who doesn't even deserve the spot can just hop right in. Like
hold on. I don't think Drake May doesn't deserve a spot. All right, as a Jets fan, as a rookie, had a good rookie year.
True, but does he deserve a spot over Lamar, Joe Burrow, or Josh Allen? Yeah. He's only in because those two dropped out.
Well, I mean, realistically, like, it's a skills competition, or it's a flag football game. You know what I mean? So, like, I think the only one this hurts here is Lamar. I don't mean to get into it like that, but I see Lamar as being our flag football quarterback come Olympic time. And I think the only reason these games should mean anything whatsoever is that it should be a showcase for people who want to be on the Olympics. You know what I mean? You make the Pro Bowl, if you do well in the Pro Bowl games, I think in a way that should be a resume. That should be a thing booster. And I would agree with you in a way that the NBA All-Stars are more solidified, but I'd also say there are way more snubs in the NBA than there are in the NFL.
True. Oh, what about the guy that's the guy that's like played, flag football for the USA for?
Oh my God, Phil! I'd love to get into this right now. Come on, let's talk about it. Absolutely not. First of all, congratulations. Your film, your tape can be there too, but you're competing against Lamar Jackson. You're competing against Joe Burrow. Shit, you're competing against Drake May at this point. All right, you don't deserve to make it over Drake May. All right, I'll say that. All right.
I mean, well, doesn't he have the medals in flag football to at least be considered to be the QB for the flag football team?
It's so new. I would say no. No offense. I don't mean to be like that. Mia Hamm had to prove herself. You know what I mean? Every other Michael Phelps had to prove himself. Every other Olympic athlete had to prove himself. So what I'm saying is, like, should your resume get you in the door? Absolutely. But you're competing against Lamar Jackson at the end of the day. Like, Phil, I love you. You know what I mean? You're an amazing flag football player. You don't deserve to be on the same field as Lamar Jackson. I don't mean to be like that.
Well, I mean, but
you are an amazing flag football player. For the people at home, like, Phil shocked me freshman year. Phil used to be our like spy safety. He used to be like Ed Reed or like Brian Dawkins, just sit back there and someone would throw it up deep and Phil would catch like 2 picks a game. And it'd be crazy. You know what I mean? But like, as much as I love you, as much as you should represent this country with your flag football skills, there's a time and a place. And Minkah Fitzpatrick, as much as he doesn't need to do it, way more qualified. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, don't you think the guy that's played for Team USA for flag football against other countries would be more qualified than an NFL player?
No.
In the flag football Olympic sport.
I mean, Phil, the only reason I am so definite with my no is because all right.
Because other countries have won gold medal.
I mean, we're talking about one position, quarterback, right?
Yes.
There's only one person that ever spoke out. Like realistically, the wide receivers would compete for it. The running backs would compete for it. Whoever DBs, I'm guessing, would compete for it. Do you know what I mean? No one else has spoke out other than that 5'7" quarterback, which I don't mean to be like that, Phil, but his measurements alone question why he should be on that field. I don't mean to be like that. I mean,
but he does have the accolades to back everything up and the resume.
Not really. He didn't compete against the highest level.
Against flag football, he has. Yes.
No, not what I'm saying, Phil, is like what I'm saying, Phil, is if you put even a retired Ed Reed on that field, does he have the same stats?
I mean, it's flag football. Stop. I mean, he's played against the best against flag football.
You're telling me Ed Reed on the field right now, the best of the best in flag football, is beating Ed Reed at 5'7". Ed Reed could have a cane, he'd still beat them. All right. Do you remember those Ed Reed highlights? I'm just saying. Ed Reed is that guy.
I mean, we don't need a lot of NFL players to beat anyone in flag football across the world for the Olympics.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, like, these Pro Bowl games are, at least in the NFL eyes, embarrassing, right? But like, let it be a walk-on. Like, why not invite this 5'7" dude to the Pro Bowl? You know what I mean? Let this be your tryouts for the next 3 years.
Well, I mean, because it's the NFL Pro Bowl flag football game.
You know how what I'm trying to say is, if Lamar Jackson says no, if this person says no, if this person says no, why not just put him as a fourth QB or a tryout? I mean, realistically, it should be tryouts instead of the Pro Bowl because the Pro Bowl is not going to get enough coverage. You know what I mean? And how crazy would it be if they found like a Vince Papale out of them? You know what I mean? Where one of the flag football guys really does get to compete with the NFL guys. That'd be a great story.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
But I mean, what I'm saying, Phil, is, do you think those accolades alone depict on why that guy should be quarterback for the?
I mean, accolade. He has the experience of playing against other countries in flag football. He's the most experienced candidate we have, pretty much.
Absolutely not. But I hear what you're saying.
I mean, what NFL quarterback has played flag football against other countries?
Every single one of them. What are you talking about?
Lamar Jackson's played flag football against other countries?
Yeah, they all played in high school. They all played 6v6. They all had to. That's what we call summer ball. So realistically,
yeah, that's not high school. That's pro. That's high school.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is, all those players have graduated. What I'm saying is, the flag football players are the players that are playing without pads. So, you could have 3 gold medals. I'm telling you, any NFL team, I would put up against them. Just based on conditioning alone. I don't mean to be like that, but like, and that's where my big question
on the flag football player.
Dude, that's what I mean. Like, no offense. Imagine you take these guys out of pads who
we should have brought Lawrence on for this one.
And bro, I'm just saying, like, how scary is that going to be? You think Joe Burrow's fast now? You think Joe Burrow ran 52 yards against the Giants with pads on? Imagine him without pads. We're going to be calling him Joe Jackson or something. I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying we shouldn't count out the guys that actually done it and got gold medals out of it.
But they haven't, though, Phil. Like,
They have, yeah. There's world flag football games.
Yeah,
but this guy has won multiple gold medals.
I understand, but what I'm saying is, like, all of those games, all of those things have interfered with the NFL. None of the NFL players have come out to even compete at a tryout. So what you're trying to tell me is all the NFL players are unqualified to compete in an Olympic sport that they promote throughout the world? They call themselves.
They're not qualified. I'm just saying you shouldn't count out the flag football players.
I mean, I don't count them out. I'm willing.
You basically just did, yeah.
Tryout. I'm willing to put anybody in a tryout. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, you basically
when
just
we
said
put you in a tryout and we put
all
you
the
on
NFL
film,
players should be on the flag football roster.
What'd you say?
You just basically just said all the NFL players should be on the flag football roster.
They could be. What I'm saying is they could be, because it's at the end of the day. I mean, I don't mean to be rude about it, but it's about conditioning. That's why they run those in the summertime. They do it so the wide receivers and the quarterbacks and everybody stays mentally focused, like mentally to like physically. So like, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying 1 or 2 or 5 or 6 or 7 of those guys from the U.S. Olympic team can't make it. I'm saying that you put everybody on that roster. Are we keeping those guys?
You keep some.
Are you keeping them over Lamar Jackson? Are you keeping them over?
I'm keeping some of them.
Parson? I don't know about some of them. Maybe some of them, if they're fast enough.
I mean,
can they even run faster 40s? Than
there's not a lot of NFL players outside the U.S. that play flag football, so there's not a lot of a deep competition.
What? Dog, what are you talking about? We have leagues in Italy. We have leagues, not flag. This is tackle football, but we have tackle football in Italy. We have tackle football in Germany. We have, and all those countries play some form of 6-6-6.
Yeah. But has any NFL players outside of the U.S. say, I'm going to play flag football for my country?
Why would they? This is the first time it's ever been in the Olympics.
Yeah. Why would you represent your country in flag football?
Because it just got started, Phil, like less than 6 years ago. It's not like they have multiple medals. They have 1 medal at best, or 3 medals, 2 medals at best. There's no way they have more than 2 medals. That's what I'm saying. If you want to look that up. But I'm telling you that it hasn't existed that long. You're talking about accolades. What has he done other than flag football? I mean, that's all I'm trying to say. And that's why it got the coverage it got, because it was hilarious. Because, I mean, congratulations. You can think you're at the top of your level to a point until somebody else comes knock you off that level. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and that's what I love about sports. You know what I mean? Like, it should be an open tryout. But when we put it as an open tryout and no one that's not an NFL player makes it, it should not be a surprise. You know what I'm saying? The only reason I know it's a very, very, very new sport is because when we bring it to America, it's replacing. Do you remember that? You remember breakdancing?
Yeah.
Okay, so there are individual sports within the Olympics that get promoted to Olympic sports now. They're like trial sports. And one of them in Australia was breakdancing, or one of them, whatever, was breakdancing in Paris, and now it's going to be flag football. So that's why it's such a topic. But so, I mean, maybe Phil, you are right. Maybe there is a diamond in the rough. Maybe there is a Lamar Jackson, a Brian Dawkins, Revis, somebody to come out of this flag football team that can make it. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Okay, so they started the guy. What's his name? Daryl Doucette. Okay, he joined the national team in 2020.
Okay, gotcha.
He led the United States to his 4th world title in a row.
Okay.
So basically 4 world titles back to back to back to back.
Okay.
Yeah, basically
it's a yearly tournament. Congratulations. That's all it is.
Yeah, and I believe it says Doucette led the amateur side at first edition of the American Flag Football League in 2018 as well, being named MVP, defeating a team full of track athletes and NFL players 26-6.
Okay.
That was just
he deserves a tryout, but I would put a lot of other people over him personally.
I mean, hey, I would trust my country in the hands of a 4-time gold medalist.
You would put a 5'7" And he's not a gold medalist, by the way. Those are world championships that are unqualified by any other sport.
World championship. That's fine.
They're not even qualified by the NFL. So they don't even count as world. You know what I mean? They're an undignified aspect of the sport. I just want to put that out there. Who sponsors them other than the NFL? Maybe the NFL will sponsor their thing, but I want to know who out of all the world championships, who were their sponsors? Who were their main sponsors? Was it the NFL?
See the IFAF Men's Flag Football World Championships.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see.
I don't put that. I don't know. A 5'7" quarterback is not ideal for me. Sorry about it. Regardless of how you play.
Let's see.
I'm not saying short quarterbacks can't make it. I love short quarterbacks. I love me some Russ. I love me some Drew Brees. I love me some.
If he's won 4 straight years, hard to argue with the results, right?
No, it's so easy to argue with those results. I mean, for your aspect, football isn't even around the world. So who is he competing against? First of all. Second of all, what the real competition around the world is contact football. All right. Did he compete anywhere else?
Let's see. They've beaten Mexico. They've beaten Panama.
Okay, not impressive. I mean, Mexico maybe is impressive. I don't know.
Oh, the championships took place in Jerusalem, Israel.
Oh, that's really not impressive. Do you know the Italy championships takes place in Toledo, Ohio every year?
So the countries involved in this tournament: France, U.S., Spain, India, Chile, Austria, Belarus, South Korea, Panama, Japan, Italy, Switzerland, Brazil, Denmark, Israel, who are hosting, Germany, Slovakia, Finland, Mexico, Thailand.
How did Israel do?
Qualify
for anything?
I think the top 3 was, they didn't play. They didn't place.
Exactly. All right. So it's
not. That's a lot of countries.
It's a very new sport, and I don't consider his 4 world championships personally. But it is what it is.
I mean, he did win against those countries down below.
Yeah, I get that, but give me a top 100 athlete in any of those countries. I mean, is there anybody that shined that got an NFL contract anywhere else? We signed players from all around the world.
I mean, what is those same
Jordan Mailata came from Australia.
Is George Mailata playing in the flag football?
He's rugby, so I don't know if he is or not. He's very fast. He could probably outrun half that team.
Because I was thinking the same people that probably participated in these world championships are probably going to be the same people that participate in the Olympics, right?
Well, not if Jalen Hurts and other people want to play in the flag football league. That's my point.
It depends on the other countries too. Like they're probably going to have trying to find these same people.
That would be crazy. Can we talk about that for a second? Imagine another country paid an NFL quarterback to take over their thing. That you could do that. You know that, right? You can have one foreign person on your team. Well, not foreign born, technically. They happen in the Olympics a couple of places, like in China and Japan, and yeah. But I mean, it's kind of crazy, right?
But hey, we'll see how that turns out.
Are there any foreign quarterbacks that are
Kyler Murray?
Who? Oh God, where's he from? Japan?
Yep.
Oh, you think he'll compete for the Japanese team? No. Why not?
No, I mean, there's a lot of Samoans / Pacific Islanders that could play for different teams, but we'll see.
Yeah, but they weren't even invited. That's kind of why I don't know.
I mean, it's 2028. There's plenty of time, right?
You said France, though. I mean, I don't even be like that. Did France place?
Nope.
Okay, good. I was gonna say France.
There's only the top 3: Panama, Mexico, U.S.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And in 2024 was the latest one. U.S. won, Australia, then Switzerland. No, Austria. Sorry.
Austria. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are like football leagues out there. You know what I mean? They're just not flag. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I think for most aspects, yeah, I think they will take from some of these teams. You know what I mean? Other countries. But like the United States, where we have a pool where you can put track players on a field. You can put other people on a field. I'm not saying this guy should be completely overlooked, but what I'm saying is like, I don't know. Yeah.
But hey, we'll figure that out down the road.
Let's get in the NBA, dog.
Yeah, we have 3 more years to figure that out. We'll get there when it gets there.
But that's your stance. Your stance is really you would take that quarterback. We'll see in 3 years. Be there. He ain't gonna be there, but we'll see in 3 years if he's there.
Okay.
You're wrong on it now. You're gonna be wrong on it in 3 years. Let's get it.
True.
How old is he now? Seriously.
Check.
Because if he's in his mid-30s, then maybe. But I don't think he got the speed then. But he might just be known for his arm. Maybe he's the Tom Brady of flag football.
Oh, he's 37 right now.
Jesus. He'll be 40. We're going
He
to send
won
out
world
a
championship
40-year-old
at
quarterback,
37.
Phil, stop. Stop with it. Over Lamar Jackson? Stop.
Does Lamar Jackson want to do it?
He could. What I'm saying is I would give Lamar
So
Jackson
we don't even know if he
$500,000.
wants to do it or not.
What? No, well, Jalen Hurts wants to do it. He already put that out there. Like NFL players already said they wanted to do it. Like Tyreek Hill said he wanted to do it. Are you keeping Tyreek Hill off this roster? That's my thing.
Hey, best candidate moving forward. That's what I want.
That's all I'm saying.
So let's get into the NBA.
That's why it should be in the NBA, and that's what I can't wait to get into.
So, just two people to talk about for the trade deadline. The most important people for all the the dominoes dropping.
Okay.
Jimmy Butler. He basically said, "I want to go anywhere but Memphis," which is crazy. The Grizzlies like third or fourth in the West, but yet you want to go to the Phoenix Suns, who are like 10th in the West. So, kind of a backwards move. But hey, do you?
Well, I mean, every veteran hates this Memphis team. They're all young. They're all together. You know what I mean?
True.
Didn't Iggy get cut from that team because he talked shit about them or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean,
What I'm saying is there seems to be a pattern, Phil. That's all I'm trying to say with Memphis. I don't know if we can blame the player if he said anywhere but Memphis.
I don't know why, but
it's a really good question.
But people are also saying, I think we talked about it before, like, does Jimmy Butler deserve his like jersey retired in Miami, et cetera, or who's really to blame here, et cetera, et cetera. For me, I think it's Miami.
I think it's injuries, but that's just me.
What'd you say?
Like, I think it's injuries. Like, if Jimmy Butler didn't get hurt, then he wouldn't have talked out of pocket. Then Pat Riley wouldn't have said anything. Then there would have been no beef. Then it wouldn't have all started. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's mostly on Miami because Jimmy Butler, he has here. This is 10 performances an example. He has like 5, 6, or 7 of the high scoring performances in Miami playoff history, and that includes LeBron's, that includes Wade's, that includes Bosh's. So that's history right there. And
that also includes Shaq too. Shaq right after the Lakers.
Yeah, he had 5 or 6 of the top scoring performances in Miami playoff history, and he's also in an era post LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. He's brought the Heat to 2 magical finals runs, which no one expected to happen from this team. So, and you failed to put talent around him. And I'm guessing Hero and Bam are developing way too slow for them to be competitive. So, yeah, I'm blaming the Heat for failing to put actual talent around him.
I hear that. And honestly, I don't really want to blame Jimmy Butler because I feel like the media is doing that already with his past stops. And that's what I loved about Miami in the forefront is they work so hard. They love Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? But like, I do agree with you that I think the front office maybe had shortcomings. Maybe they missed a couple buckets too with who they needed to develop or how long it took people to develop. Because, I mean, I don't think it's all on Jimmy Butler. You know what I mean? And they're not playing particularly well without, you know what I mean? Like without him, you know what I mean? So it's just like, I think it has a lot to do with the front office. And as much as I love Pat Riley, I think he's in the wrong here too. But did you hear? You hear he's going to make money if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl?
What?
Pat Riley's going to make $130 million if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
Because of the 3-peat thing?
Yep. He owns their trade director 3-peat, yeah, because of the Laker thing. And think about that. He makes, let's say, roughly $100 million every time somebody wins a 3-peat. There's been 4 3-peats. Guy has won over $400 million already. It's insane.
Hey, Pat Riley's smart, but also can be a little bit too prideful.
But that's what I mean. You're sipping your own juice, bro. Like, congratulations, you have a lot of money. Congratulations, you built a lot of stuff. Like, it's okay to say maybe you didn't build enough around Jimmy. So realistically, Phil, where do you see him going? If it's anywhere but Memphis,
it probably will be Phoenix. That's all. That's what all the signs are pointing to.
I know this is bullshit. I know
it's either Phoenix or Golden State.
I like Golden State or I like Dallas. I think if Dallas, I know you're like whatever. I know you're like Dallas shouldn't give up assets. I agree with that. I'm just saying that like if someone can make a move, it's Mark Cuban. You know what I mean?
I don't know who they would give up though.
it probably would have to be picks, which is stupid, which they wouldn't do.
Yeah, probably
You
have to
think
give up
Minnesota
PJ.
would
They probably
be
have to give up PJ or somebody.
sure?
Too.
What about Minnesota?
There's been rumors about Minnesota.
Just because they need to, I don't want to say break it up, but like Dante
There are
DiVincenzo
rumors
isn't
about
doing
getting rid of Randall.
what?
There's
Or
rumors
Randall?
about a Randall and Butler swap,
Sure.
which would be hilarious.
You think so? I don't think it would work chemistry wise, but I mean, to bring him back to Minnesota would be crazy. It would honestly only be at the directive of Anthony Edwards, right?
Yeah,
Like
but
you'd have to clear it with him first.
that would not help them at all.
Yeah,
Because they lose Randall, they lose another big who can shoot. So now it's just Gobert, which you can just lay off of, and I don't know who will be their starting four.
I think you need to trade Gobert no matter what. I think Gobert needs to move realistically, but I mean,
No, if
you
they traded
really think
Gobert,
Julius Randle that much, they need to move. I get he's struggling. Don't get me wrong, but
if they traded Gobert, this whole team would fall apart, like worse.
their whole team is crap as it is. I don't.
Well, because I mean, whether we like him or not, Gobert is like what, a 4-time DPOY.
Yeah, but he also is the guy that gets juked out for the last second shot like 2 or 3 times in the playoffs.
Hey, that's just good game planning. We know he's one of the best probably paint defenders of all time, but like most bigs, he can't guard out on the perimeter.
I'd still get rid of him for the money. I mean, you could say you like him for the defensive play, and I think there are a lot of people that would pay for that. I'm just saying I don't think their offense is getting started in Minnesota, and I think that's the real problem.
Well, if they wouldn't have traded Cat, they would have been fine.
You know what I mean? Well, but that's what I mean. Like Cat, like we all used to sit back and be like, "Oh, Cat's doing this, Cat's doing that." We're really criticizing Cat, and look what he's doing in New York. He's got a magnifying glass to what he was doing. He was really doing so much in Minnesota, and like we didn't see it because the press just liked to crap on him because he couldn't do it. You know what I mean? Like fully build it up, but like maybe he just didn't have the piece around him.
And also, a new name has got under the fold: De'Aaron Fox. The Kings fired Mike Brown. They're doing decent under Doug Christie, but it looks like Fox asked for a trade. It might be on the way out of Sacramento. So basically, this Sacramento Kings organization has just been First, they traded away Halliburton just because they chose Fox over Hallie, and now they're going to trade away Fox. So now they're just going to have Sabonis and Malik Monk and Keegan Murray.
There's
a reason why they haven't done much with this core because of the bad front office. They've got like one win versus the Warriors series. That's been their peak. They haven't done anything else since.
You're right. I mean, they're really not building it like they were last year. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I can't say much, but you're right. I really don't like their front office.
And Fox's preferred destination with Wemby.
How's that going to work? You're going to trade CP3?
Hey, let Fox be a scoring guard, CP run the offense.
Or you're going to keep CP? Okay. I mean,
I
don't know if San Antonio makes that type of move just because.
Or CP could come off the bench. That works too.
It could. Yeah, it could. But I'm just saying I don't know if San Antonio makes that kind of move. What about
They should.
Is there anybody that needs a point guard that desperately though?
Yeah, San Antonio.
What if a Butler to
the Heat has also been a rumor.
Okay. I was
because Bam and Fox played together at Kentucky.
So yeah, that would be crazy to bring them back together.
Let's see. Who else? The Magic was also a target for destination. I like that for Fox.
Though.
They traded away like most guards for them. I said Fox would be the best point guard there.
I understand. I've seen Fox take a step back for a second when Hallie came into the league. You know what I mean? Like they in Sacramento they overguarded him too. Like you could say they traded away a lot of people and they got rid of a lot of assets, but they also crowded the backfield when they needed young guys to start shooting. You know what I mean? So just I don't know if that's on Sacramento or if that's on Fox. And to that point, I'm nervous with Fox with a bunch of other, small, power or point guards. My bad. Sorry. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. My bad.
True. We're also a week away from the trade deadline. I think me and John went live last year for the trade deadline. We might do it again. So who knows?
Do you like anybody else getting moved? Do you think there's going to be any surprises? Come on.
Clint Capella might get moved, and also Yusuf Nurkic will most likely get moved because the Suns are done with him. Who else?
There's no one trading for like a rising star, like a, you know what I mean? Like I don't know how to. how to say it.
Oh, the Wizards should be having a fire sale, so Kuzma. Also, the Pelicans are having a fire sale, so DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, Zion might all be on the table as well.
They're all young. They're all good. That is who I'm talking about. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It probably will be a fire sale.
You think so? I mean, the thing is, I love the deadline because it's nice. It's normally surprising. There are some decent amount of trades. There are some defensive swaps that are put in that like come playoff time like are gonna mean something. So like I think everyone should pay attention to it. But like realistically, I hope it is a fire sale this year. I hope there is somebody that gets moved that we didn't think about. I hope Jimmy Butler gets moved. Like if Jimmy Butler doesn't get moved to the deadline, like this is gonna be a crappy deadline. No offense. I don't mean to be like that, but like what is he gonna do for the rest of his career? Then they got those questions. You know what I mean? Fox doesn't get moved. I don't know. It's
okay.
Hopefully it's gonna be a good deadline, but
Very
what day is that officially? It's
it should be next Thursday. Maybe.
Okay. You want to go live for it again?
Yeah.
So was it Thursday at 3? So we'll go live at like 1 or something.
Yeah, probably like 1 or 2.
Okay.
Okay. So next up, before we head out, the All-Star starters and reserves have been announced. So
sorry about that.
The starters for the West are, which not really too much surprise here, SGA, Curry, KD, Braun, and Jokic.
Okay.
Not much, debate upset over there. But the East, Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell, Tatum, Giannis, and Cat. 2 New York Knicks made it to the starting line.
First time since the 70s, baby. That's right.
True. I think Cade could have got in over Brunson, but
you're out of your mind. He's having a good year, but
Brunson has slightly better stats, and he's done it with less help than Brunson.
I just think Brunson's done more overall in the career, and give Brunson a start. I'm not saying Cade doesn't deserve to start next year if he goes far. I'm just saying he came off a crappy year with the Pistons last year. He's having a really good year so far. I think.
Yeah. Also, Cade has been the best player on his team. Brunson hasn't as well, in my opinion. I think Cade has been the best player on his team, and they're like the 5th in the East. And I think Brunson hasn't been the best player on his team. That's been Cat. That's why I think he deserves the edge. But I'm not too mad at Brunson. Get in.
I don't see. Like the thing is, like I don't mean to be rude, but I think he has been the best person on his team. He's trying to develop the Steph Curry. You know what I mean? The be passive yet be in the present moment type of thing. And hopefully if they can do that with the rotations, they can do that. But I mean, I liked what I saw last night against Denver. You know what I mean? They beat them by 10, but it was a close game. So I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I would give it to Brunson. It's not sorry about it. I mean, I know there's favoritism with the Knicks, but here's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. And then the reserves just got announced, I think 20 minutes ago. So for the East, my guy, Jaylen Brown, from the Celtics, Pascal Siakam from the Pacers, Darius Garland from the Cavs, Cade Cunningham from the Pistons, Evan Mobley from the Cavs, Damian Lillard from the Bucks, and Tyler Hero from the Heat. Now, I think Trae Young heavily got snubbed.
I think Jaylen Brown got snubbed. I mean, I don't mean to be like that, but like I just think winning Finals MVP last year, I don't want to say that deserves you a starting spot, but
yeah, no, he has been.
He's been off for I get
off this year, so I can understand why he's a reserve.
I'm just
plus you can't put him over Cat, Giannis, or Tatum. They've all been better this year than him.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is you would put him over what's his face? Who's the 2? It's
he's a forward.
I know, but
you can't put him over.
You can't put him in the guard position at all. Because he's technically a forward.
Yep.
Because the Celtics classify him a forward. That's what it is. That's so BS.
I would have put him over. I would have put him over Brunson or Garland though. No, Brunson or D-Mitch. Still.
I'd put him over D-Mitch. Sorry about it. Or maybe Brunson. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think I look at him more as a 2, and I think he's qualified as a forward because the Celtics are so heavy on guard, where they want to play
because
more.
He always plays like 3, anyways.
But I get that. I'm just realistically, it's because you don't have if you had a dominant center, he would be a 2. Would he not? Because Tatum would be the 3, and then you'd the 4.
It depends because they like to play Drew Holiday and Derek White. So,
but that's what I mean. Yeah, and I'm not saying those guys don't deserve to play. Those guys deserve to play all the time. You know what I mean? And then Pritchard also deserves to play all the time. So I totally get why he plays forward. I'm just saying I see Brown more as a guard. If he wasn't on the Celtics, he'd be a guard. No offense. Maybe not. But.
Maybe. Yeah. Depends on the lineup. But yeah, I think Trey got snubbed. Maxey, you could make a case of sort of getting snubbed because he carried the Sixers team when you had Embiid and Paul George on their BS. So
he's the only one on that Sixers team. He's just heavily shooting. I hear what you're saying. I don't know.
Yeah, because he had to deal with Embiid missing so many games, PG missing games as well.
What's his face? The rookie just got injured too.
Jared McCain got hurt as well. Because Maxey was averaging 27, 6, and 3. Hard to look at
he
that.
just had a 43-point game. I totally hear what you're saying about him getting snubbed, but I think it's also going to come down to injuries, right? Or
LaMelo Ball recently got injured, so maybe that's why he didn't get in.
Yeah. But I mean, people also sit pre-All-Star, right? Like even if you get selected, you could be like, nah, you know what I mean?
Usually they don't. Usually if they're injured.
Yeah. Or they're older because they have like families and stuff. You know what I mean? They only get the weekend.
Okay. So the West All-Stars. This reserves. Anthony Edwards from the Wolves. Davis, 80 from the Lakers. James Harden from the Clippers. Jaren Jackson from the Grizzlies. My guy Alperen Sengun from the Rockets. J-Dub from OKC. And Wemby from the Spurs.
I was going to say, where the hell is Wemby at? And I don't even like the French. I don't even like the French at all. But that would have been a snub.
Let's hope we don't have any viewers in France.
I'm just I don't like the future. French. I'm sorry.
If the NBA said, "Hey, we love your show. We want you to do a show
in France
during a Spurs game," would you do
That'd
it?
That'd be wild. We you know when we do it? We do it in Spanish, and we get all the Spanish viewers. Hell yeah! How about Espanol?
Would you do a French show with me?
No, I'm very anti-French. Sorry about it. I don't mean to be like that.
Even if they said, "Hey, Tony Parker is going to be a special guest, Victor Wembanyama,"
I would tell Tony Parker he's a joke to America, and because realistically, cheat on Eva Longoria is a crime, and he should be punished to the full extent of the law. All right. I'm just saying, if I had Eva Longoria, I wouldn't cheat on that person. But that's just me. The French are ignorant.
As for the snubs for the West, Sabonis, the league leader in rebounds per game, crazy. De'Aaron Fox, I felt got snubbed. Kyrie Irving, Norman Powell, and Devin Booker.
Fox got snubbed, but you're right. He has been. I mean, that team's been struggling. I can see how that.
And Kyrie Irving has been basically.
Kyrie Irving got snubbed. Damn.
Yep, 27 points per game, I believe, because he's been carrying the Mavs without Luka.
Who would you put over him though? Who are the guards again?
It was Harden and I believe Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, I would.
So basically, the reserves are 2 guards, 3 forwards, and I believe
2 centers
and 2 wild cards.
What do you mean wild card?
A wild card can be guard or forward.
Oh, okay, got you. Yeah, okay. You're
Honestly, huh?
You're counting Wemby and Sengun as forwards and not centers.
Well, they're so backward, front court.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I heard it.
So for the reserves, the guards were Anthony Edwards, James Harden, and then Anthony Davis, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Sengun were the forwards / backcourt, and then J-Dub and Victor were the wild cards. I would have picked Kyrie over J-Dub personally.
Sure. I hear that.
Hey, it's a bonus over Jaren Jackson maybe as well, but hey.
I hear that. I don't know. I mean, Sabonis really has been rebounding, but
yeah,
I don't know. I like Jared Jackson. I think Memphis needs to be, you know what I mean, represented.
Yep.
A little bit.
So now Shaq, Charles, Kenny, I believe, and EJ will draft a 3v3 roster from all these guys, all-stars, starters, and reserves, and try to make this rookie showcase format MVP game watchable. So
who got your money on?
I haven't seen who drafted who yet, but
I know, but just out of personalities. I'm gonna go Kenny as a safe pick, and then I'll go Shaq as another pick.
I feel like EJ's gonna have the team.
Okay.
I feel like Ernie Johnson's gonna have the best team. I don't know why.
Okay. I mean, Magic. Yeah, Magic. Smart. I mean, so.
I like Ernie Johnson. So I mean.
Ernie, my bad. Yeah, I thought you said. Sorry.
Irvin Magic Johnson.
Yo, let him be a judge. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like they should sprinkle in old heads. You know what I mean? To different things, broadcasting, other things.
I think they had Grant Hill draft a team a while ago.
Did they? Okay, cool. That's what's up.
So
NBA is so
hey,
progressive, bro.
true.
I love that about them.
So yeah, those are the all-star starters and reserves. Let us know down below in the recording or whatever you're listening, watching this. Who do you agree with? Who do you not agree with? And then I believe All-Star Weekend is about what, 2 weeks away? 2 or 3 weeks away. So me and John will be getting together our picks and doing an All-Star show, and then I don't know if John will be able to do a watch party for All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, it should be interesting. Should be fun.
You check because NBA All-Star Weekend is going to be, what's the dates? So the game is,
That's the weekend after the Super Bowl.
it's the 16th.
Yeah. Suppose not.
So it's going to be Friday, February 14th through 16th. So it's going to be
Nice.
about 3 weeks away.
And then we have off that Monday. Nice.
Oh, because President's Day. Gotcha.
Yep.
So just a reminder, me and John will be working together this year for, I think, a charity that me and him will both agree on. Oh yeah, All Bar Week. Yeah, they have basically, well, yeah, All-Star Weekend has not been great the last couple of years, but
Well,
hey,
we got into that earlier. I mean, I think it's better than football's side, kind of better than baseball's. I don't know. If we had to rank it, we'd probably go NBA, MLB, NFL, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, did you hear about Caitlin Clark?
I agree with you.
That's
No. What about Clinton Clark other than the Chiefs thing?
Caitlin, they asked her to do, the shootout between Curry and Sabrina Ionescu last year?
Yeah.
They asked her to be a part of a 2v2 one this year. She said, no, I'd rather have my first 3-point shootout be in Indy this year for All-Star WNBA weekend.
That's what's up. That's as she should.
Yeah.
And I mean, realistically, I think Caitlin Clark realizes she gets backlash from like other women in the WNBA for cutting the line sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm not saying she's cutting the line. I think she earns everything she earns. I'm just saying that Caitlin Clark is not, you know what I mean? She realizes what the big picture is. And that's a nice move. That's a nice thing to say. And I'm excited to watch that shootout. Seriously.
Yeah. Also, a real RZ. Yeah. Whenever the dunk contest between Aaron Gordon and Levine ended, that rivalry, that's the last time All-Star Weekend was good.
I don't know. I think realistically, the last time All-Star Weekend was good when Shaq, 08, realistically. When Shaq left the Lakers for the Heat. And they
Back then?
Dog,
Did you see the Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine dunk contest?
Don't even count to me. Like they are sub beat. Like what I'm saying is like I miss the times where like I mean I know it's like such an old head thing to say, but like I don't know, like Kobe, LeBron, like when LeBron was young and they were like, what's this guy gonna do? Like, you know what I mean? Like I like that. I think we need more of that. I think we need, I don't want to say youngsters to prove themselves, but like it's always fun to see who the MVP of the All-Star game is because normally they do well in the playoffs. They do well in the finals. They do, you know what I mean? Like there's some type of correlation sometimes.
It was Damian Lillard last year, and he got knocked out in the first round.
Okay, well.
By Hallie.
If we were to go back in the last 5 years, I don't know. I'll bring that. That'll be my next stat when we come for next week or whatever. For the countdown.
Jason Tatum was the year before.
But then the year after that, he won the championship. So that's all I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like it's a correlation of signs sometimes.
Yeah. Okay. That's our dunk contest, but as a weekend probably win co. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
And they were co MVPs. Was that 08 or was that what year was that? What year were they co MVPs? Was that 12?
Let's check. He's not
really
forgetting
forgetting
that.
that.
The All-Star game has been. Oof.
You're right though. It really hasn't been anything since they were co MVPs. I don't know about. Yeah, see, 09. 08, 09.
09. Yep. You're close, yeah.
I like the tension. I'm sorry. I like the tension between Kobe and Shaq. They played that up for the media. You know what I mean? The media were suckers with that. So
yeah. Hey,
06?
yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was good. No doubt. No doubt.
The
No
only
doubt.
championship solo appearance from Dwight Howard.
Hey man,
But
that
hey,
was
Zach Levine, I'm glad you brought that up. Zach Levine on his TikTok said, should I come back to the dunk contest? And he showed him doing a crazy behind the back dunk. Yes, Zach Levine, because we're tired of the NBA wheeling out Mac McClung every year. He doesn't play in the NBA. He's been a G Leaguer for most of his career. Just to show up to the dunk contest and then go back to the G League, never been heard from again until next February.
well. I
tired of it.
do get annoyed with that, Phil. But like once again, like there isn't. You know what I mean? Like there needs to be someone in the league that comes out and represents, and there's nobody. Anthony Edwards, no one's doing it. You know what I mean? Like someone needs
Anthony Edwards, Zion.
somebody with hops come out and show people.
I
Because
agree.
realistically, it's so dead right now that one dunk would light the NBA on fire. I know that's going to sound stupid, but Blake Griffin jumping over a car was huge. You know what I mean? Do I think it was huge? Looking back, not really. But if it happened right now,
He jumped over the hood of the car.
it was a hood of a car. But like realistically, today that would be a great dunk. Do you know what I mean? Because nobody's trying anything. Dwight Howard, as much as I hate him, all right, for the Superman thing, as much as I dislike that, because he started that beef with Shaq right now.
Superman is in the building.
First of all, he's not, but it is what it is. All right. I mean, he is.
So
Whatever. But whatever. What I'm trying to say is you shouldn't have started the beef with Shaq because then Shaq did too much with Shaq and a fool. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But like, I don't know. I'm just saying it hasn't been good since people got creative, and Dwight Howard was creative. Here's his name. Scrap it. No, don't scrap it.
I mean, he's right.
I mean,
Or-
you are right, and we are about every one of those options for a backup. But
Or they're too scared to do this, but NBA 1v1s.
you don't want to do it. It's you have to understand that the
Too much
NBA.
pride. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like the NFL Pro Bowl. Like it used to be fun, but then people realize like if you get hurt during the Pro Bowl game, you lose all your money. You lose all your opportunity. You know what I mean? People won't sign you. You know how crazy that is? If someone got injured during a Pro Bowl game, you wouldn't sign them. Worst comes to worst, player development. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why do they put you? It has been the best thing for All-Star Weekend.
And I would agree with you. The WNBA thing is honestly kind of what got me going back to All-Star Weekend a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it was something new, it was something different, and Sabrina honestly showed out. All right. I mean, she made 2 less threes than Steph. All right. And like that's pretty damn
People were
impressive.
expecting a blowout too.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like people were like, "Oh, she can't compete," and she was 2 less threes. So
All they have to do,
against the greatest
Steph-
to ever do it.
Steph and somebody else, call up Sabrina again. Call up Arike Agbumwale.
Ooh, they could. That could be the next thing. I like that a lot.
Well, they're doing that for the All-Star game. So
Yeah. No, but
They
like a
usually
big
do
three
that.
tournament.
they could do like a big 3 tournament with All-Stars for like 16. Yeah.
That would be cool. That would be. I mean, and I mean, I'm really looking forward to this big 3 league that they're doing now. You know what I mean? With
Ice Cube.
women.
That one?
Yeah, with Ice Cubes. Yeah. So I mean, I think once again that it still needs to progress. You know what I mean? We
Michael
still
Beasley
need a
in
couple
it.
years under our belt before we probably do something. But I think you're right. If the dunk contest is this dry this year, someone needs to say it because it's been too dry for too long.
Yep.
09? Get out of here. And I'm with you. It's so sad.
So, hey, that is the show. Thank you, the 5 people that are tuning in. Thank you, the real RZ, for tuning in. Give us your thoughts and opinions as well. That is always appreciated. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for talking with us. We appreciate you.
Oh yeah.
And hey, John, last words before we head out.
Last words. Congratulations to New York Knicks. First time 2 All-Star starters since the 70s. That's crazy. Needed to get done. Big bodega. By the way, both people born in New Jersey. Just want to put that out there. For everyone who's like, oh, New Jersey and whatever. New Jersey, helps fund the Knicks. So it is what it is. I'm just putting that out there. So what last words, Phil?
Just to do congratulations. Congratulations to Alprin Sengun. My guy. I've been putting a campaign for him for All-Star for a while. Glad he got his first All-Star selection this year. Well deserved.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week to give NFL and NBA talk. NFL will be giving our Super Bowl picks, and NBA Probably just to talk about what happened throughout the week. Not much, maybe. We'll see though. But hey, with that being said, feel free to check out all our socials. Feel free to check out all the other platforms on YouTube, on here, on TikTok, on Instagram as well. Feel free to follow all our socials as well. It's on our IG. And with that being said, thank you for tuning in, and we will see y'all next time. Deuces.
Bob, did you feel this way when you fell in love with Jean?
Oh, look. I felt that way lots of times.
He's a producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't wanna question it. Is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, man, you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.